Hey y'all, Rambo here, and today we are playing the glorious Wuchang Fallen Feathers. I've been waiting for this game all year. It finally came out. We got a couple patches, as everybody knows, and here we are. If you'd like to skip the intro and the first cutscene, skip to 410. I don't think I missed anything in the whole video. I played this twice before the patch came out. This is the first playthrough after it came out. This video shows where all the weapons are, the armor is, the pendants, the birds for the Aurum Feathers. We also go over the skill tree and how it works a bit. That way it's easier for you to use it. I did timestamp everything so that way you can navigate easily and find what you're looking for. If there is something on the map that you're having a hard time finding, check the timestamp and you should find what you're looking for. There is a lot of NPC dialogue in this. I was actually debating to just cut it all out, but I decided to keep it in, and we'll see how it goes. YouTube has a bunch of great creators putting out wonderful content on this game. I thought I would add to that with my own and put a 100% walkthrough out. I've been doing mostly boss fights and that type of thing. I was thinking to do an axe build through the beginning part of the game, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Let's get started. First thing we're doing here is making sure the graphics is where I like it. All right, let's go. Picked up some Mercury. Mercury is a way to buy things and build your skill tree. It's basically currency in this game. This is the demon spirit. So when you hear that bird whistle, it means there's a harbinger cuckoo close by.
That old Taoist. He must have treasure stashed around here.
I'd say so. Why else would he be coming up here day in and day out?
I'll take that. Thank you. I don't use the daggers enough to equip them as like a quick set, but just throw that sucker up there. You're going to run into them birds throughout the game, and you get a feather, which gives you a boost in stamina, strength. It's kind of a random thing. It's a consumable. Some people call it the Goldwing, whatever. It's the bird. It's actually not hostile. That's why I feel bad about killing it. I did read something that says it signifies you're on the right track. Medicine residue.
Ah, you're awake at last.
You know me? Why am I here?
I came upon you in a brooklet some days past. You lay passed out due to the feathering. I moved you to the cave to recuperate.
The feathering?
I see. Know you not. A man-eating fiend attacked Worship's Rise 6 moons ago, spreading unthinkable horrors, after which many bore feathers on their bodies. A malady unlike any other, without hope of a cure. I found this silk manuscript on your person. Here, take it. Should you have other concerns, pray, speak then. This is the Reverent Temple. Those afflicted have sought refuge here. This temple was used by Buddhists. It was after the abbot fled that I took on the role of guardian for the sanctuary. Thanks to the officials, we have barely managed to keep this place secure. Should you have other concerns, pray, speak then. You are experiencing early signs of the feathering. The afflicted slowly lose their memories. If left unchecked and untreated, the disease will rob them of their... While troubling is a far gentler fate. You may not be able to recall, but the silk manuscript you were carrying mentions that you have a companion. From what I gathered when I rescued you, it seems you were separated during an attack. That Lu Hongliu is merciless. I dread the worst for your companion. Now that you have contracted this disease and have those blue feathers on your arm, others may mistake you for a monster and strike you down on sight. For now, it is safer to remain in the temple and rest, at least with the soldiers present.
You're not from around here, are you? The name's Charlie, from Worship's Rise. Don't you dare look down on me just because I'm crippled. My brother and I were once the town's finest heroes. But now my brother's burdened with finding medicine to treat me. A pathetic fool. How humiliating. You're heading to town, aren't you? Could you do me a favor and deliver this to an oracle there? She's hard to miss. She's had this old bracelet for as long as I can remember. She's a bit different. You'll know her when you see her. I don't know if she's still in town, but please check for me. I'd go myself, but I can't. Not in this pathetic state. If you find her, don't tell her I'm stuck at the Reverent Temple. Tell her I've gone off to make a name for myself. Tell her I'll come back once I've made something of myself.
You're awake. You seem to have recuperated well. The old Taoist mentioned your encounter with that demon, Lu Hongniu. I am glad to see you on your feet again. But your arm, the feathers are still there. The feathering's a nasty curse. Even the Taoist doesn't have a cure for it. With your skills, maybe you should check out the Shu Sanctum. There could be something there to hold back the feathering.
Here's a note. Okay. About a battle. Alright, so this box here, you can find items that you forgot to pick up. They'll just appear in there. So I would check it every now and then.
Most people have to be carried out of the Reverent Temple. You, though, you get to walk out on your own. Xuanyangzi may be harsh with his words, but he tends to my eyes every day. Some of the worship's rise folk came here, fleeing, but they didn't stay long. They rushed back out, unaware of how dangerous the world truly is. I am Tao Ting, just a humble merchant.
Tao Ting?
I run a small trading business to make ends meet. Do you happen to have any rare goods for me to take a look at? Smooth to the touch. With a fragrance that's hard to come by. This is no ordinary treasure. Oh, but don't worry. I won't be tempted to take it for myself. This place is no paradise for a merchant. I'm thinking of heading to the Shu Sanctum. I hear the Ming troops are stationed there, and it's a safer bet than this old temple. I can trade with you, of course. It would be an honor. But for the real treasures, I'm afraid I'll need to ask for a little favor in return. Some thieves from Annalum stole my family's heirloom, an ancient landscape painting. Get it back for me, and I'll make it worth your while. You can find Annalum by taking the side entrance from the stage at Worship's Rise, then crossing a long bridge. Once you've retrieved the painting, meet me at the Shu Sanctum. I'll have a reward waiting for you.
We will get the painting for him. Not in this walkthrough, but part 2. And he does turn out being a good merchant. It might actually be part 3. Either way, I'll put it in the description.
Thieves stole everything. Everything got taken away.
That kid sounds hilarious. So every time you see one of these, you want to offer blood because it's a shrine. And that's where you do temper, that's where you rest, dream, everything. Resting and dreaming are basically the same thing. They are the same thing. If you hit a shrine without dreaming, you will not replenish your heal.
Young lady, are you infected too? Since the feathering outbreak in Worship's Rise, many have fallen ill. First, feathers start growing on your arms. Then you lose your mind. Before long, you turn into a monster that craves human flesh. Lucky for me, Xuanyangzi brought me to the Reverent Temple. His medicines kept me going. But who knows how long it'll last? Your symptoms are lighter than mine. Best stay here and recover. It's utter chaos out there, especially in Worship's Rise. I doubt there are many survivors left. Still waiting for the Taoists to check on me. Take care out there, young lady.
What a nice lady. She even gave me a special pill.
I saw the old Taoist carry you in the other day. Looks like you caught the plague too, huh? Feathers growing on your arm now. Just like mine. He's got a heart of gold, that old Taoist. But who knows if you'll ever come up with a miracle cure for the feathering. I've been stuck here for ages, but no one's been healed yet. Heard the priests at the Shu Sanctum might have something. I'd risk my life heading there if the road wasn't crawling with danger. If you're still kicking,
Another special
you
pill?
might want to head to the Sanctum. It could be your last hope.
Dang, I gotta make a separate video or something for all this dialogue. I really just want to skip through it. So we're gonna talk to an NPC down here. It leads us into a fight. This fight is hard because we have no strength yet. It says online like you're supposed to kill this guy, but on my first play, I didn't. And I fought him later. And on my second, I did beat him, and I fought him later too. So, I don't know. Picked up a steamed bunny bun. We'll go to the NPC in a second. Alright, so we got some giant claw marks. Here's a piece of loot. There's one more over here. Steamed bunny bun. Sounds delicious. Flying dagger. Those are good for the harbinger birds. So here we go. Let's see. We got to get ready. We have no pendants. We got some heals and one feather. No spells and steamed bunny buns. So some of these healing items, they inflict corruption. So without the purple camellia flower, we're not going to be able to stop that. So I don't think it's a good idea. We'll go with these. I'll still put the pills on just for emergency, I guess. I'd rather risk corruption than die.
Ah, well, look who's back. Feeling lost, are we? We are both wanderers of fate. No need for formalities. Now, about the power in your left arm. If you master it, you'll be unstoppable. You might even
Look at this guy. What the heck?
How about I introduce you to someone worthy? Don't call me cruel. You know how it goes. No sweet dreams without crushing a few nightmares first.
No. Here we go.
By you. The bell
So if you time your dodges right, you build like the might. That's what it's talking about, Skyborn might. It just like gives you mana basically for spells and special attacks and stuff like that.
Sis, do you think our baby brother will look like us? I'm so excited to meet him.
That's one ugly dude. You don't want to get greedy with this dude, and you need to watch your stamina. And just dodge him. I'm not doing a good job so far. Okay, so that like shing sound, that means that you nailed the dodge and got the shimmer. So you get the stack. I have noticed that it goes away after a certain time. I don't know if it's supposed to, but I've sworn I've had it and gotten to fights and it's gone. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure how that works. Once you start using spells, you will learn about it pretty quick, because then you're going to kind of rely on it, and then you'll learn it. And also for attacks. We are way too weak. This fight's going to take 30 minutes. I don't really care if I win or lose, actually. I just want to make this video and move on. If your goal is to win this fight, I would just suggest being very patient, knowing his moveset, and hitting him about twice. I wouldn't try to go in much more than that. The issue with this fight is if you lose, you can't refight him. So you gotta start the game over or start all the way from the beginning. Or you could back up a save, of course. I think you get some feathers for winning. Nothing like super special, just I think 5 of them, so it does help with your leveling, but no like weapon or anything like that. Yeah, you get 5 red mercury essences. So some of them healing things we have, see how it just got corruption? It inflicts corruption when you take it. Later on in the game, you get a flower that alleviates corruption. Until you get that, you got to be very careful with this form of healing. It's called like the camellia flower or something like that. I know it's camellia something. It's a purple flower. Purple camellia, that's it. I don't want to mislead anybody by saying this fight isn't important. It's just my opinion, because I suck. Of course I'd want to win. Once you get corrupted, this fight's basically over, because you have like 3 heals. So you're kind of, see, I do not want to start all over. All right, so that's over. So every time you die, you end up at the shrine that you were last at. And as far as your mercury, you got to go back to where you died, and you can pick it back up. You don't lose all of it, but about half. In this fight particularly, you can't go back because it's over. So now we got some enemies down here. Standoff perspective is just another camera angle. So you have 2 to choose from.
Time's long gone.
The Ming armor is pretty good. Eventually we pick all that up. This guy's pretty tough. The best way to fight him is get behind him and obliterate him.
Judgment falls!
There you go, just like that. I always make extra sure that I pick up every loot. We're going to head up to the shrine, and I'm going to show you guys how this works. So all the mercury things we've been picking up, there's some you pop, and it gives you more mercury to spend. On the skill tree here, there's very important parts to it. You got weapons, and then on the left side here, we have like your heals, Skyborn might benefits, spell benefits, all kinds of stuff is in there. I advise you read and educate yourself on what each thing does. Yeah, I get to Skyborn Might 3 is like my first goal. As far as like the healing and all those things, that's actually not purchased with Mercury alone. There's other things you have to pick up, like Remembrance items and things like that. And also on the weapons, there's, what was it? I think it's the Red Feather. And then adjusting all your temperance needles and everything is in that skill tree as well, which we will go over it in more detail when we have the proper items to do it. The axe is an awesome weapon. I think it's the best weapon to use in the beginning of the game, simply because of the way it hits. This is the Halberd Axe. There's 6 different axes in the whole game. Go up and talk to this kid. Hello, lady.
Get to play. Hello, lady. Are you the warrior that the old Taoist rescued and hid in the cave? Did you come to the Reverent temple for healing too? He's so kind. He makes all sorts of medicines and has saved so many sick people. Don't worry. You'll be feeling better in no time.
I have a feeling the voice actor for that kid is not a kid. Let's turn around and go this way.
Wuchang, over here. Your arm. What's happened to it? It's me, her Youzai. You wrote to me about searching Worship's Rise for clues about Bai Kru. Have you forgotten? Bai Kru, your sister. We came here to find clues. But your arm. The old boatman spoke true. He warned of feathers growing on the arm. A mark of feathering. They say it leads to memory loss. And worse, that it ultimately turns one into a man-eating monster. Fortunately, you can still speak for now. Take this.
That was a little delayed.
The old boatman. He made no cure. I scouted the Shoe Sanctum a few days past. Aside from a deranged Taoist at the entrance, it seems safe. Rest there and search for clues. See the Lightzen temple? The way to the Shoe Sanctum lies beside it. But the bridge has collapsed. You will need to find a way around. But be careful. If anyone sees those feathers, they'll definitely strike first and ask questions later. If you encounter danger, don't fight. I'll follow your trail and find you. Oh, and take this. This bamboo lantern. I found it nearby. Hard to believe such craftsmanship still lingers here. It's a reminder of how vibrant this town was. The fireflies inside, they seem to glow endlessly. A useful light for your path. I've tested it personally. With this, you'll have both hands free for weapons. Far more practical than a torch. Since we got separated, many of the Imperial Guards have been sneaking around the Tang Emperor's palace. But the refugees say the place has already been ransacked by rebels. Something's not right. I will track down the boatman, and we'll meet at the palace. I'll leave marks, pinwheels, along the path. Follow them, and you'll find me.
That lantern I've hardly ever used. As far as not fighting people, do yourself a favor. Beat the hell out of them. You get mercury, drop items, everything else. Red mercury and steamed bunny buns. All right, so this goes over the dodging for Skyborn Might, and then the impetus repository. That's the left side of the skill tree that I showed you earlier. Very important part of the tree. So this is our first pendant. Make sure to equip it. Reduces damage taken while at a certain HP threshold. It's actually a really good one. It's the first and one of the, I wouldn't say the best, but very good for boss fights and everything.
Feathers on your left arm. That's a sign of feathering. Most would have lost their minds by now, yet you remain in control. Fascinating. The power of feathering runs through that arm of yours. I can sense it. How you managed to contain it, I don't know. But make no mistake, your left arm is the key to unleashing its full strength. Yes, that power's itching to course through you, but I'm afraid you're not ready to command it. Not yet. Here, take this. Let's see if you've got what it takes to wield that power.
Full-grown red mercury. I always check to make sure the dialogue is exhausted. There's a chest, which we can't get to. You die if you fall in water, so don't even try it. In this game, they like to make items and chests look like they're accessible, but they're not. You just got to keep going in a lot of cases. This can be a helpful technique. If you're using a controller, you push down on the left stick while you're in battle or in a combo, and it will pull out your second weapon. Once you get the lashing whip, that's a really good one to use for it because of the distance it has. pre-patch, this area had one extra person there, and the first person we ran into was actually in a different location. So that's one change I noticed. Another shrine. And I think I told you guys before, when you hit a shrine, if you dream, you'll get all your heals back, you'll get all your elixirs, everything you need, but everybody will respawn. Some of the bigger enemies don't, but a lot of them do too. I guess you just learn as you go. I'll point them out to you as we go through this walkthrough also. So now we can teleport back to any shrine that we've been at previously or opened up, offered blood to. If you see a character next to the title of the shrine, it means there's an NPC there to talk to or a task or something like that. So when you see those, that's what that is. As often as possible, you want to spend your mercury, because as you know, when you die, you drop a lot of it. So we're going to start building on this tree. So depending on what weapon you're using would ultimately depend what direction you want to go, obviously. As I said before, this side of the skill tree is very important. I'm going to run with the axe for a while. The axe has a built-in block mechanism, because this game is generally dodge, not much blocking. We're going to pop some of these. All right, now we can get one more. I think I'm going to take that off. So once you spend, you can retract it. I think I'm going to grab Vitality. One thing, too, to make a note of is when you go down on different weapons, some things add 1 and other things add 5. Like, say, Strength. 1, most have 1, some have 5, and the icon will even be bigger. The point is if you get a 5 on a different weapon tree, it counts towards the weapon that you're using. So it's wiser to go down a different tree for certain attributes. Kick this ladder down. Do that right away when you see a ladder. Anyways, I hope that wasn't too confusing. Some things are 5. That's basically it. This is the first spell. The Vorpal Blade. Now this plant up here, it gives you might. So if you see those, you want to grab them. Up here are some grave robbers. I stopped him right on time. He'll jump on your head and just start stabbing you in the head. It's very annoying. Causes damage, not too bad, but it's annoying. So this is talking about the plunging attack. It's pretty good. It's hard to get every time, but it's good. This beam right up here is pretty tough to land on. There's a red mercury here. And then I'm going to show you the plunging attack, which leads into obliteration. Most of the time. Okay, we got it. I messed up on that. You want to sneak up on him and just hit him in the back. This other guy over here is sleeping or something. He's easy to get. But you see the move set on that axe? I love it. Okay, here's our first boss. So relentlessly attacking or charge attacks cause into vulnerability for obliteration, which you use by using the light attack. Once you see that red line through their back or in the front or wherever. So this is the Tang Palace Maid. First boss fight besides the toddler we hit before. So we're going for a plunging attack so we can obliterate her. Pretty easy fight. I mean, she can kill you, but she's not that hard. So that's the obliteration line. Does a lot of damage. Very good. She's about wrapped up. Let's heal up. Smack her from behind. And there we go. And we get a benediction for that. I think it's the first one, actually. I could be wrong. So with the benediction, you socket them into your weapon. You can do 3 per weapon. And you can unsocket them, so it's not like it's permanent or anything like that. There's 3 different classes, though, as far as the 3 sockets. There's Wisdom, Memory, and Oath. And they are each separate. And every rune you get, or whatever benediction, it is labeled as one of those. So you can't really just put them wherever you want. All right, we got 3 Mercuries. Well, I was busy explaining. No, 2 Mercuries, sorry. And here's our chest, finally. The one from earlier we saw across the river. So we just got Forgotten Remembrance. Very important. It raises the uses of flasks for health. And it's the only thing you can upgrade that with. We got 2 more grave robbers up ahead. The first one tries to surprise attack you, so be careful. And after we kill the second one, we're going to pick up a faint red feather, which is used for the mastery levels on the skill tree for your weapon. Very important. Here it is. And this is the lost package. This belongs to a NPC, the Youzai guy, the guy we just talked to that had the pinwheels. So we're going to end up give it to him to pursue his quest line. The Youzai guy. It rhymes. All right, so right here we got the Red-Tasseled Spear. Good. This grave robber up here has a gun. You got to just approach him and then dodge him right when you think he's going to shoot. Now this dude, he jumps off the thing. I've gotten him a few times, but he's pretty sneaky. See, there he goes. He about killed himself jumping. So this is Soft Rush. You take it as a consumable to help with stamina. And here's the Delicate Armor, which is really good, actually. Wow, I was too busy explaining. So those little tiles you see on the ground, they're always a trap. Like if you step on them, it's going to shoot arrows at you. We're going to run into them throughout the game. So we got a flying dagger and a golden bandit cap from this guy. Now this tile, you can actually use it to kill enemies. That's why I'm pointing it out to you here. If you got somebody chasing you or whatever, you can bring them over there, run over it. It will do a lot of damage. As the enemies get tougher, you're going to be glad that that's a thing. Here's the guy that dropped. Two of these grave robbers. Just double checking. Now, at the end of this trail, there's going to be some pendant that's very important for us for the next boss fight. And we got some more mercury. So some of these tripwires here, they will explode, so you got to be very careful with them. And you can use them kind of like the tile to blow people up, but you can get harmed in the process. There it goes. I think these guys are so funny, the stuff they say. You don't have to be so rough. Here's the pendant that we needed. This thing will resist fire, so it's a good one. It's called the Entwined Legend Pendant. And then before that, we picked up the fake monk sandals, which are really good. So let me stop and see what we got so far. So here's the items. Some weapons. All the armor. I'm trying to decide if I should switch it up. So this talks about stamina. That one part I don't understand. It said lose stamina for same effect if you attack on the same effect. I'm not sure what that means. I'm sorry, health, not stamina. And here's the pendant we just picked up, which we're about to put on. I should have just put it on. Now the enemies start getting a little harder. They're manageable, but they're a little harder. So we got the fire pot, which we're about to use right now, because there's a group of guys up here. If you throw it at them, it'll kill them all at the same time. Now you can equip these so you don't have to manually do it like me. Voila! And we hear a bird. I just like to keep my belt clean and put things in there that I like use a lot. So out there we just picked up the Dark Frost Edge, which is a one-handed sword. It's really good actually. It has an ability to evade. It's considered a good sword. So these two guys think they're slick. And we just got some mercury in the other room. And then over here, we're going to pick up a pendant, the monkey pendant to be exact. Here it is, for throwables. we went ahead and equipped everything we have. And we'll switch them out as we get stuff better. Get our Harbinger Cuckoo. I feel bad killing these things. So this guy here, we'll get the shrine, and then we're going to get this guy up. He's actually an important NPC. He's a merchant. And we'll go ahead and rest and get our stuff back. It will respawn the people over here to the right, but we'll be all right. Now we're going to use our red faint feather and fill that heal, and then we're going to work on the axe and pop some of these. And get the axe up and then fill the mastery part. This is the mastery. I always advise clicking around because you don't know if you can open it or not. And it is the same material for any weapon. So here's this guy. Go ahead and help him up.
I just stepped out for a breather and ran into a fine woman.
This guy's a trip. Just answer yes. Or whatever it is.
Tanga's right hand. I take care of the big jobs.
Steam Bunny Bun.
Sniffing around for my treasure. Soon as I send word to the boss, we're moving out.
So we're about to kill his boss, actually. He is the boss. Alright, these are the jar guys. They terrified me when I first played. They get easier as you go. So if it kills you, don't be discouraged. And it drops a lot of loot. And that's blight, by the way, the effect. Feather, so now we can up the heals. And there's one more in this place. We also got the emerald seed, which helps with blight. And then we're going to get a fire seed, or we already got it. Eavesdrop on these guys.
Even headless, the kid wouldn't let go of that dough figurine. Where could the other one be hiding?
And we hear the bird. Just smash these guys from behind. Yeah, that's the dough figurine. We give this to an NPC, the Jarhead kid. Now you can hear this guy praying behind the wall. You can attack him like that. That was close. Now let's pick up these items. Got Mercury and another feather. Nice. Hit the bird. Harbinger QQ. Smash this guy up a little bit. Don't have to be so rough. More items. It's a pill. Now we got 3 feathers. I wanted to keep this down to 45 minutes, but we're already over that. So I'm going to clear this end over here out and then end the video. So we got a guy right behind this wall, so get up on the wall and do that. Helps out a little bit. That's one bloody scene. Wow. Smash this guy. Where's my obliteration? There's another guy in this building. Let's pick this up. Mercury. A nice chest waiting for us. The dazzling fake monk robes. Alright, now in here, Lost Remains. So this helps with the mana, like the potency. On the tree, it'll be right below the capacity. We got 2 more over in this building. Oh god. I just turned into lunch. Oh. This is pretty cheesy, I know. Oh! Alright. Let's go in. Hello, buddy. Alright, lantern fruit, which helps the consumption of stamina on moves. And then the purple camellia, which that helps with the corruption. Well, it gets rid of it. So now we're going to head over to the boss door and check this room out before we get in there. And we're stuck. Okay, so this is reiterating obliteration. Like you got to do a strong attack or excessive hits that break him down to obliterate, which we plan on doing a lot to this guy. It's going to be in the next video, though. So they're talking about locking the door so no one can escape, so they can eat him. Horrible people. All right, now we got the golden bowl, which we give to a merchant. Now that wraps this place up. So I'm going to just show the setup for the boss fight, and then this is over. All right, so I'm going to use the axe, and then we're going to put the benediction on. We only got one so far. All right, so put that on. And then we got to put these pendants on, whatever we got. But the one on the right, the red one, the Entwined Legend, that one we definitely need. And then you put a spell on. I probably won't even use it. Maybe once or twice. Put the bunny bun on. And then this fire seed. In case we get ignited. As far as armor, just make sure it complements your attack. And then has some fire mitigation. Next is the Macerator boss fight. And then after that, we'll have the next walkthrough, part 2. Thanks for watching.